Alright, hello guys. So today I'm gonna be talking about, well, not talking about, but basically doing a small commentary video on why I think 2023 Gorilla Tag is way better than what we have right now. Might be a little bit biased, but I mean, I'm just gonna commentate on why Gorilla Tag was better back in 2023 than 2025, or currently. But yeah, let's get on to it. So, the first thing I do really want to talk about though is that there's definitely a lot more video ideas, or like, it was golden age back then for YouTube on Gorilla Tag. So, like, let's take J McCurley for example. He was really much better back then in 2023. Like, his videos were generally better, in my opinion. And same with some other YouTubers. Even some other YouTubers were just starting out. But then also there's like a lot of these new mods. There's like a lot more innovations. There's also like just Gorilla Tag being, listening to the community more often. There wasn't too many remakes of the maps or whatever they're called. But it's just generally with all those remakes and stuff, it just kind of removes everything. I was fine with canyons and not city, mountains, because, well, it made the map easier to be in. Like, canyons had a lot of things to, like, move around in, but generally it was kind of mid. But when it got those zip lines and all those other stuff, it kind of just made it all better. It's same with mountains. Mountains was also better when that also happened to it, remaking. Like, who doesn't want to have a fan that literally launches you to the other end of the map? I remember that's like one of the best ways to just tag somebody. It's like really easy. But anyways, with all that being said, there is also kind of some downsides to it. I mean, I've heard there was like this whole entire mod controversy that happened. But, well, that's 2023. We don't care about that anymore. But also, 2023 was the birth of the finger painter. Finger painter. But, like, it just started giving YouTubers a way to prove they were the real deal. So, that was everything. So, let's kind of swap to a little bit more different topic other than content creators. Maybe let's talk about how Gorilla Tag was actually better back then. So, we've got all these stuff. There was like mountains had a lot more slides and stuff, and just in general, everything was better, really. I mean, like, yes, Beach did come out, but also, I still wish that they won't remake Beach, because, well, Beaches are very good in several ways, in fact, way better. But then also, they just revamp every map until, I don't think they'll generally do it first, but I just think that if there was ever a time like that would happen, then I'll probably won't play Gorilla Tag again. I might swap to something like Scary Baboon or whatever. I don't know. But if they ever do revamp any more maps, like, the general thing is, or generally, City, like, was, like, way better in 2023, and because in the middle of 2024, when it literally got remade, I did not like the remake. Like, I'm fine with it now, but I'm still not fine, if you know what I mean. But, yeah, but also, like I said in the last part, or, the previous part, the content creators, they listen to the community more often. They also saw how people were saying, oh, what about, like, a beach? There was a secret tunnel. Soon we started seeing that getting filled, and yeah, they were actually, like, taking stuff from the community. They kind of knew what they want. They actually knew what they want, and that's just it. But, like, all of that. But also, like, let's also take it, like, let's say cosmetics and all that stuff. They're really good. You know, still the general one free thing, and that's the badge, and that's it, but it's still good. There was new maps like basements and all that stuff. Even basement, like, they wanted to kind of make everybody think that it was going to be a dungeon, but instead it's just a basement with a dungeon in it. They really just made everybody laugh also. Well, I'll not know about laugh, but, you know, everybody was happy. Everybody was actually really happy back then. So, there was that. But, also, I knew some people probably didn't like it. I remember there was this other guy that didn't really like it because, well, you know, he was not really fine with all that stuff. I respect his opinion, yeah, you know. But it's just still sad seeing all those maps getting, like, going bye-bye because, you know, people wanted new stuff. Like, Mountains was fine. In fact, pretty good. I remember back in 2023, I had so much trouble getting up those mountains. Like, I had to slide down or just walk around the thing. Yeah, it was just, yeah. But I've also saw that people really liked it, and that's that. Alright, well, maybe I should stop and to talk about some other things too. I don't know what this chapter is for really, but I think it's just general thoughts. Like, I actually started, like, making test videos in 2023. Which, I know is kind of crazy. I mean, like, that's probably why I'm pretty moderately good at making videos. But, still, you know. But also 2023, like, in my opinion, like, at the end of the year for me, it wasn't really that good. But, that's not in Gorilla Tag, but, you know. Some people love 2023 Gorilla Tag, some people didn't. I know some people really like 2022 Gorilla Tag, and I also agree with them. Even though I haven't played 2023 Gorilla Tag. But also, in 2023, kind of going back to the last topic, I actually really enjoyed the updates. I mean, like, they were all nice, they were just, honestly, good. I kind of never thought, really, that I would be saying this in the future. Well, actually, I knew they were good. In fact, they're really good. But I kind of wish they still had those same updates like they had from 2023. You know? Like, if they still did those things, like, in my opinion, 2023, Gorilla Tag as a whole, really good. But also, there could have been some better things for some community wanted it, but in my opinion too, 2023 was like the best year to start getting into Gorilla Tag. Like at the beginning of 2023, just the general beginning. Like there was a lot more Gorilla Tag content. There was a lot more, you know, all that stuff. There was a really good updates to, like, I generally really loved the city, you know, city having this second floor. Like, I don't know why they revamped city or remade it. I don't care anymore. But like you could still add Silverback Studios. In fact, I might even try doing that, like adding that as a whole thing. But sadly, I'm not really good in Unity, and sadly, I'll not know how to model that good. But that's just everything. That's just my general thoughts on all this. I also know that you guys also want to see more content, but, you know, I know some people still think that 2023 was probably still better, or 2022. That's probably a sweet spot. But anyways, that's where I'm going to end the video off. See you guys, and tell me if you like this type of content.